Hi friends, welcome to your reading. This is going to be a what's being hidden from you. We are going to see what is being hidden from you, what you're not being shown about this connection, the connection that's on your mind right now. I'm going to pull an animal card to begin with. This card is going to just kind of set the tone for the reading to see what we need to focus on. Let's go ahead and get into this. Get one or two cards, please. Spirit, thank you. All right, so we have turkey and cat. So turkey, you may soon receive an important but very unexpected gift. Accept this with deep respect. Someone has sacrificed a lot to help you open doors and grow. A lot of things will change for the better. So you could be receiving some kind of good news, and it could come in the form of a gift. It could come in the form of a text message or a phone call, you know, and I feel like there's something that's going to benefit you and, you know, something that you've been manifesting. And we have cat, independence. So you are being encouraged to develop balance between independence and time of togetherness. This also indicates that you will be greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy this time spent with yourself. So I'm hearing, you know, being independent, being someone, you know, who's focusing on themselves right now is not such a bad thing. So don't worry about it so much. We'll put that right there for now. So I'm hearing, you know, whatever you're manifesting, whatever you are trying to bring about, I'm hearing you could get that if you focus on it. And someone is going to be helping you focus on that there. So something that's, you know, like you're not seeing somebody pull the strings behind the scenes to get you this, to help this manifestation blossom, to help this, you know, connection grow. If it's a connection base, if it's a relationship. All right, let's go ahead and see. I have this black rose deck here that I will try to pull a couple from just to see where it goes. I always feel like it starts to go crazy. There's so many different types of messages in this card, in this deck, so I can only pull a couple before it starts to get irrelevant. But I don't know, at least in my opinion. Let's go ahead and see what wants to come out for today's reading. Give me a couple cards to help clarify, please. So I have completely done, that just popped out there. Moving on, ending cycles, lesson learned, coming full circle. Okay, and that could be tied in with this independence, just, you know, being okay with being on your own, being by yourself. Maybe that's something that you need to focus on. And I have drama, creating problems, thirsty for attention, overreacting, and drama queen. Let's grab one more. Okay, thank you. And we have frozen, not speaking, stonewall, not taking action. Okay, so there could be somebody here who's creating drama and is, you know, just in your energy, thirsty for attention. Maybe you've been done with this person. You've been trying to gain your independence from this person. You know, maybe you guys are not talking at the moment. But I'm hearing that there's some kind of good news that you've been expecting. Maybe, you know, somebody is trying to escape a relationship, you know, where the person is just always creating issues, always creating drama. You know, these problems kind of follow this person around everywhere they go, and you're just like tired of it. You're trying to move on, and cycles, and, you know, some of you are trying to, like, I see them moving on and I'm hearing moving out. So maybe some of you are trying to move on or move out, and, you know, that could be the good news that you're expecting. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, so I hate nothing about you wanted to be shown when I picked it up, but let's go ahead and see what's being hidden from you in this energy here. Seems like, you know, you're not really giving in to this person's tantics, like maybe they are overreacting as far as like you telling them you want to be, you know, separated from them, or you want your independence from them. Maybe you just are, like I'm seeing the, like a text message. I'm seeing a text message that says, you know, like, I need space, or I think we should slow down, or like we should slow down, something in that category there. Maybe, you know, that's you telling this person you want to slow down, and this person overreacting, being dramatic about it, and you just kind of holding your grounds, you know, standing your, what is the term? Standing your ground, yeah. So these two cards just kind of spilled out. I'll look at them, but I'm not going to take them. Caution and bad choices. So, you know, you are being told to be careful, because this person could, you know, be someone who you should be watching for, I guess. I just saw the term like watch your back, or yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what wants to come out, what's being hidden. Okay, so outdated and setting the record straight. So maybe you are letting this person know how they are, and you're not going to sugarcoat it. And after this person hears about themselves, like that's when they start to overreact, but you're not backing down. Let's go ahead and get a few tarot cards. I think I'm just going to clarify how this person is feeling towards you about this situation, because I'm feeling like with these cards laid out, you are done. You are not trying to deal with this person anymore. You know, you're gaining your independence slowly but surely, and you're being encouraged to, you know, take the time to manifest and to just kind of prioritize that intentional thinking to see like what, you know, what your next step is. Okay, let's go ahead and see. I want to clarify how this person feels or felt when you mentioned that you want the space, you know, because I had mentioned that I saw in a text, or, you know, some kind of social media conversation, and, you know, so it wasn't face to face. So like this person probably is overreacting in person, like in real life, but through the message they're like calm, cool, and collected, because they're trying to, you know, keep a straight face. They're trying to make sure that they want to win you back, you know, basically. So I want to see how this person is feeling when you told them how you felt. And we have the 9 of Swords. So yeah, this person, so like I'm seeing anxiety, and they feel like they're the victim. They went on this down spiral, like whatever they did for you to want to be cutting this person off, like them always creating problems, they felt like, again, woe is me. Like that's the kind of the way that they took it. They had like this big crash out, this big like meltdown, to where like even after the fact, like they went through this meltdown and they can't sleep at night. Like they're just like, they're still worried about, you know, well, what if? They're trying to come up with solutions. They're trying to just like figure out like what happened. Maybe they're oblivious to this like side of them, and you telling them this blindsided them. Maybe they tell you that, like, I'm completely shocked, I don't know where this came from. Like they're frozen here, and like they're not taking, I see them not taking action, but I'm hearing they're not taking accountability for their actions. Like they're denying it, and you know, they put themselves in this spiral because like not only have you told them about themselves and they're like starting to see it, but you are leaving them also, and they view you as like the best thing that, you know, could happen to them. So like you setting the record straight, you telling them how you feel about them and how the way that they, you know, carry themselves in a day-to-day, you know, basically, and I'm hearing like it's a lot of little things, you know, like things that this person can justify if they were all singular, you know, but like collectively it's a nightmare to like have to deal with. It's just always, they're always creating issues. There's always something to like complain about is what I'm hearing. And like you can't help it. You can't help but to feel like this person is no longer in your sights. They're no longer on your radar. I see this here too, radar. Let's go and clarify how this person, you know, they're up thinking here. They're thinking about it. They can't sleep. What are their plans? What are their motives? What are their intentions behind this brainstorming, this anxiety-driven like moment that they have here and there? Thank you. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So they feel like they're stuck and they don't have any room to like move. Like they want to come towards you, but you've held boundaries. You put boundaries up that they can't break. And it says self-created boundaries, but I'm hearing like you created those boundaries, but it was because of them. Like it was because of what they did that, you know, you had to put these boundaries up. You know, maybe they think that they have the freedom to choose. They have, you know, like they think that the ball's in their court. Like you approach them and they think that, you know, all they have to do is apologize and you'll get back together with them. But I'm hearing that like that's not the truth. It's like this relationship's expired. Your feelings for this person has expired. I just glanced there at the Ace of Cups. So, you know, it could be because there's someone else in your sights. Maybe there is someone else, like a new connection that's kind of, you know, starting to see the difference, see how much you actually don't like this person and how you are completely done, starting to move on, ending this cycle so you can, you know, have that Ace of Cups moment. And like the Nine of Swords, like that's the end. Basically, the Ten of Swords is like finale, like it's coming up from that really. So the Nine of Swords is like something happened to where they have anxiety, they're hopeless, you know, there's no hope for coming back, you know. The only next step is the ending, and they sense that coming. They sense you like being completely done. And like even though I'm hearing like even though the text, you know, or the message or whatever, you know, the conversation that happened or that happens, you know, if this hasn't happened yet, whatever happens, like I'm hearing that this person doesn't accept it. Like they kind of are still trying to talk to you in a way that implies that you guys are not like breaking up. But like as time goes on, they're starting to realize that you are done and that you're not going to be like breaking these boundaries. Like you're becoming this stone wall. You're not talking to them. You're not replying. Yeah. You're gaining your independence back. You know, and I saw this, you know, moving. I'm seeing a moving sign now, you know, like in like red keys or red. There's some kind of red, but I feel like the good news is you realizing that you can do it on your own. Like you don't need this person. And so you know, like you're realizing that maybe moving out, maybe moving cities even, you know, for some might be beneficial for you. Let's go and clarify. Let's see how you're feeling in this whole thing. Okay, so you're feeling like you have options. You know, you're starting to see, you know, that the rose-colored glasses are being lifted. You're starting to see that maybe you've had options this whole time, and, you know, you being tied down to this person kind of stopped you from just kind of realizing those opportunities. Yeah, okay, so I do feel like your connection here, like you know how you feel about this person, and you know that like this is what you want out of your life right now, at least. Yeah, so if that resonated with you, I would love to know how. Please leave a comment, like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we will see you in the next one.